Today, I'm going to show you how to make your third brake light, or high mount brake light, a little bit more effective. Plus, we have crickets.
How to wire to video, how to make your own, how to make your own hardtop part, how to change the oil, how to fix taillight problems, how to install, how to do a complete tune-up. I'm going to show you how to do that.
Like I said, we're going to make our third brake light a little more effective. We're going to do this on Project Dirty Willy here. If you're not familiar with Project Dirty Willy, make sure to go in and check out a couple of those videos. I've got them all in a playlist. And the reason why we're doing this on Project Dirty Willy is because the factory third brake light is an LED. The reason why that's important is because we're using a brake light strobe module, and these are pretty much only good for LED. You can try hooking them to incandescent, regular, style bulbs, but most likely you're just going to blow the bulbs because this flashes pretty quick. If you have LED tail lights on your Jeep, then you could go ahead and actually add this onto your tail lights as well. But today I'm just going to show you on the third brake light. And this can be used for multiple different vehicles, not just Jeep. If you have an LED third brake light, you can pretty much use this. And as I said, we have crickets. Not sure if you can hear that. So hopefully it's quiet enough to where you can't hear them, but if you can, I'm sorry. So this is the flasher module. This is pretty much all you get when you order this. Just a kind of cheap generic bag here. This is the information that comes on the package, but I'll leave a link to this down in the description. This thing is really, really small, which is really nice, so we'll be able to tuck it away in a couple different locations. So there's not really a whole lot to explain about this product. It's just a kind of like a momentary strobe module, and we're going to install it in line with our third brake light. Okay, back over at the Jeep, we've got our module again, and I'm going to show you how to install this. And like I said, this can be used on multiple different vehicles, but this install is going to be pretty much a direct how-to on your Jeep JK. So the first step, really easy, just got to come over here and open up your gate, because we are looking for this little panel right here. This panel is really easy to remove. You don't really need any tools. It's just got two clips on this side. You can kind of get your hands behind here and just pop those out. And it does kind of rotate, but it pops out so quick you don't notice, because it has these little tabs here that slide in and pops right out. And the wires we're looking for are in this harness right here. There's only the two wires. There's a black and a white with a red stripe, and it has a plug here as well that we can unplug so we can actually get to this. And this is where we're going to install our flasher module, so we can tuck it away in here where it's not seen or anything, and where it's a little bit more protected. The description for this flasher says that it is waterproof, but I don't really trust descriptions on stuff like that. And for the price of it, I'm not quite sure how well it's going to hold up, so this is going to be kind of a test of this product. So we're going to put it down inside here. Once you unplug this from right here, you'll notice that there's a little bit of factory heat shrink holding these two wires together. We're going to take a razor knife and we're going to carefully split that and remove it. This isn't necessary, but it does make it a lot easier to get in here to these two wires. This is the part where, some people might shy away from this, because we do have to cut this plug off. We're going to reuse the plug, but we have to cut it off to wire our module in line with this plug. We can't just tap into it. It actually has to be split, and the power has to come through this box and then out to our light. So we are going to have to cut this plug off. Make sure you leave yourself plenty of room on both sides. And then we're going to go over here to the bench and get our flasher wired to our plug. Again, I apologize about the cricket. I've spent a few minutes trying to find it, and I can't seem to find it, so bear with me here. So we're going to take our flasher module, and you notice you have an in and an out. The plug that we just cut off is going to go on the in, and then the out is going to connect to the other side. So we need to strip our wires. And I'm demonstrating this using just butt connectors, just so it's really simple for everyone to follow along, so we don't have to get in there and solder or anything. We got lucky that our black wire is ground, so it will go to the black wire from the module. And then our white with a red stripe is our positive, so that is going to get the red of the module. Now, back over to the Jeep to connect this to the Jeep. So, back over here at the Jeep, hopefully there's enough light over here for you to see. We've got a little bit of wire to work with. It's kind of short, but there's enough here. Now, we're going to take our module that has our plug on it and our other end of the module, which is the out side, and we're going to hook the black to the black. Again, hopefully you can see this. And then we are going to hook the red to the white with the red stripe. And just like that, this is hooked up. All we have to do is plug this back in. Plugged back in, and then we're going to test it first, and then we'll clean up this wiring with some wire loom tape and then attach this somewhere in here. But for right now, I'm just gonna set it right there, and then we're gonna go ahead and test it. So I'm just gonna push the brake. And that's what it does. So now we've got our module all connected up, and I put some harness tape on here. The big bump is the butt connectors. Like I said, I'll probably come back and solder this if this actually works out. What we're going to do is we're going to try the actual adhesive that they give you with this module. I normally wouldn't do that because, you know, it's going to be some really cheap stuff, but we're going to take an alcohol pad and we're going to clean off the back of the module. And I think we're going to put it somewhere in here. So we're going to just kind of clean off a broad spot here. I'm going to take our double-sided tape. Go ahead and stick it to the back of the module. Seems pretty sticky. Get it pressed on there, and then peel off the backing and find a good spot in here to where the wires aren't kind of twisting on it or anything like that, so it sets evenly, which feels about right here. And we're going to press it on. I know it's upside down if you can see that, but it doesn't really matter. And it feels like it's stuck on there. And then all we have to do is plug our harness back in and take our panel, take these tabs, slide them in behind the metal, click it back in, and we're done. So that is how to install the third brake light or high mount brake light flasher module. Very, very easy to install. Like I said, this could be used on a multitude of different vehicles. I just chose Project Dirty Willy, as I said at the beginning, because the factory third brake light here is LED. That's one thing you want to make sure that you're wiring this to an LED. If you wire this to an incandescent bulb, it's going to flash so fast that most likely you're just going to blow the little filament out of the bulb. So you'll just keep blowing bulbs. So this is designed for LEDs, and it doesn't really have the amperage rating for regular incandescent bulbs. It's for small little lights, so I wouldn't try hooking this to your light bar or anything like that. So, you know, when you flip it on, it flashes and stuff like that. It wouldn't handle that kind of power. So if you came across this and you're new to the channel or you're not a subscriber, make sure to go into my channel and check out a couple other videos. I've got all kinds of different stuff in there. You can go in and find out, what Project Dirty Willy is if you haven't seen any of those videos, because the only thing you've seen in this video of it is a tire and a light and the inside of the gate. So you can check out videos on that, another Jeep, a bunch of how-to videos, all kinds of different stuff. So if you check out those videos and you have something to say, leave it down in the comments. And if you find a video that you like, hit the like button. And if you find a couple videos that you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really hope you can't hear those crickets. They're driving me insane.